Hello friends and welcome to Marie Green Yoga here on YouTube. This is day 22nd of a 30-day series of Pilates Fusion where we start with some pelvis clock work to help to untie our lower back, SI joints, glutes, and the lumbar spine. So I'm glad you're here. We are going to do a couple of exercises for our core, for our adductors and abductors, as this is a layered practice of Pilates Fusion in between my yoga classes for 30 days, and they kind of all feed into each other, but can certainly be used for individually classes as well. So I'm glad you're here. Let's lay onto our backs and start by doing our pelvis clock 6 and 12. And if you are new to this, then we start off onto our back and we have our hands next to the hips and shoulder blades are on the mat, sacrum is onto the mat, and then we use only our lower abs and come into 12 o'clock, which is the top center ridge on the sacrum, which is kind of right below the belly button, straight down. So now the lower back is off the mat, is on the mat, very much so. And we are holding our core in and just using our abs and not the glutes and not hamstrings and not quads. And then we'll go down to tip of the sacrum, which is 6 o'clock spot. And then we'll go back up to 12 o'clock and 6 o'clock. And that is our 6 and 12 o'clock pelvis clock work. Knees are straight up. We are using and engaging abdominals and leaving hip flexors out and letting hip flexors and rotators and glutes and ligaments and tendons and muscles around the hips. They get a nice stretch with just being stretched, and they don't have to work. They are being kind of lovingly pulled in this way and that way direction, where our lower abs is doing the work, and we are training our lower abs to help us to stabilize and help us to stand and sit and do all those daily chores that our body does for us without wearing and tearing on our hip flexors. And we'll do another 8 here for 12 o'clock and 6 o'clock and 12 o'clock and 6 o'clock and 12 and 6 and 12 and 6, lower abs only, and 12 and 6, and we'll do 3 more, 12 and 6 and 12 and 6 and 12 and 6, and then we'll come back to neutral spine and take the left heel outside of our mat, and we're going to go up to our 11 o'clock and 5 o'clock and 11 and 5. And so we go up to 11 and then we'll go to 5. So it's a diagonal push and pull, and the left femur is kind of going for a ride. It's just being moved out. It's not doing the work. It is just being kind of invited to go for a little push and pull movement from the hips. So lower abs again, and pushing into 11 o'clock spot and 5 o'clock. So it's a nice diagonal move for ligaments, tendons, muscles around our sacrum, around our hips. And it helps us to use and work our core. And it certainly helps us to untie knots in our lower back and SI joint. Let's do another 8 here, and 7 and 6 and 5 more and 4 more and 3 more and 2 more and 1 more. And then we'll put the left foot back on the mat, adjust, take the right leg out, heel out, and then we'll come to 1 o'clock and 7 and 1 and 7 and 1 and 7 and 1 and 7. And we're using lower abs to get our pelvis to respond to 1 o'clock and 7. Keep on going. And we get to open the space in the lower back a little bit more by training our abs to help us to move our pelvis. We'll do another 8 here. And 7. And 6. And 5. And 4. And 3. And 2. And 1 more. And put your right foot back onto the mat, and then we'll take it to 12 o'clock. We'll take it to 12 o'clock and the whole clock work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 2 more like that. Detailed. Lower abs is doing the work. Knees are straight on up. And again. And keep on going. And then we'll take it counterclockwise, 12 over to 9, over to 6, and to 3, and to 12, and to 9, and to 6, and to 3, and to 12, and one more counterclockwise. Yeah, back all the way to 12, and then back to table. To sacrum down onto the mat. Take your block, or if you have a Pilates magic ball or ring or something, to hold your midline. Hands behind the head, and we'll start by doing chest lifts. Elbows slightly up to the sky, lower back to the mat, 12 o'clock spot, and then we lift and lower and squeezing into the block and lifting and lowering and lifting and lowering, and exhale and inhale. And we'll do a little stop on the very top and letting the muscles hold on and develop and make some nice new strengthening patterns for us. Exhale, inhale, and exhale, inhale. Lower back stays in the mat, so we inhale and lengthen on the way down, and exhale and shortening our muscles on the way up. And we empty out all the oxygen, and then we fill it back up, and we build our core. We'll do another 8 here. 7, 6, 5, and 4, and 3 more, and 2 more, and 1 more. Take it all the way up, below the shoulder blades anatomically, and pulse, and pulse, and pulse, and pulse, and squeeze the block, and pulse, for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and take it all the way back down. Take a little pause, take the block to the side, take your feet together, adductors, side of the waist, chest lifts, hands behind the head, and lift and lower. Lower back is off the mat since we have external rotation. And we lift and lower, and lift and lower, and lifting and lowering, and exhale and inhale, and exhale and inhale, and exhale and inhale, and exhale and inhale. And another 10 here. 9, 8, keep on going, exhaling, inhaling, and another 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Hold it up and pulse, and pulse, and pulse, and pulse. for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And bring it back down. And hands by your legs and help your legs to close together. Bring your knees to the chest. From here, hands under the knees, we're going to roll our way up and come over onto our left side and do some abduction and use our glutes and our rotators. So here we are. Sometimes this happens, the side body leans down, so we'll take it up and keep it nice and long, just as the top one, and the right hand behind the head, and then we lift and squeeze and lower and lift and squeeze and lower. We'll go to the side body. We did some of the obliques and transverse abdominals with our feet together, and now we get to stabilize here and move our glutes and strengthen. Lift and hold and lower, and lift and hold and lower, and lift and hold and lower. And the right knee comes straight on over the left. Lift and hold and lower, and lift and hold and lower. And again, lift and hold and lower, and lift and hold and lower. And again, lift and hold and lower, and lift and hold and lower. We'll do another 4 here. And we're using the glutes and we're squeezing them. And 2 more. And 1 more. We hold it up and pulse and pulse and pulse and pulse and pulse for another 10, squeezing the glutes. And another 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Keep the leg here. We can do it. Take the knee into the chest and push it out. Parallel to the mat, slightly to the back, and push it out. And hold your side body nice and long. Knee to chest, pushing it back out. Knee to chest, pushing it back out. And knee to chest and pushing it back out. And knee to chest and back out. Knee to chest and back out. Go through all your muscles from your hips down to your toes. 4 more. Keep that leg lifted parallel. 3 more. And 2 more. And last one here. We can hold it out a little bit more and point and flex. Point and flex and point and flex and point and flex and point and flex. 4 more. 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. And bring your knee back over your knee. Make your fist out of your right hand and massage into your right glute area, rotators, and switch to the second side. Coming over onto our right forearm, knees stacked, the right side lifted, left hand behind the head, and we lift and lower and lift and lower, kind of making sure that your knees are stacked by your belly button, and we get to use the whole lateral side of the hip. We get to use the glutes, we get to use our rotators, and we get to do a little squeeze on the top and lower and squeeze and lower and a lift and a hold and a lower. So we make some good muscle memory up here. And muscle memory, squeezing. And you might repeat this sequence after we're done, and you might put on some leg weights as well. Lift and hold and lower and lift and hold and lower and lift and hold and lower and lift and hold and lower. And we'll do another 8 and 7. And we keep making sure that our knees are stacked when we start and stop. And we lift and hold and lower and lift and hold and lower. and another 4, and another 3, and another 2, and hold it up at the top, and pulse, and use your glutes and rotators to squeeze and hold and build strength and push to the back. Another 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and we hold it and we take the knee into the chest and we push it to the back, and knee to chest and push it to the back, and knee to chest and push it to the back, parallel to the mat, and knee to chest and push it back, and knee to chest and push it back, and knee to chest and push it back. 4 more, and 3 more, and 2 more. There is a wee bit of a burn. And last one, hold it out and point and flex, and point and flex, point and flex, and point and flex. 4 more, only 4 more, and 3 more, and 2 more, and last one. Bring the knee back in, make a fist out of your left hand, and come for some nice glute massage. And then come over onto your back, please. Take your block behind your head. Some of you might not want to use it or need to use it. It's there so that we can relax the upper body, the neck, the chest, the shoulders, and focus back down onto our lower abs. We'll go back to the 12 o'clock spot. We take our thumbs underneath our sacrum under the 6 o'clock spot, take our legs to tabletop, and then we push the right leg out and back in, and the left leg out and back in, and the right and back in, and the left and back in, and the right and back in, and the left and back in, and the right and back in, and the left and back in. We can keep this for another 4, and then we can keep it after that too, or you can choose to do both legs. 12 o'clock spot is on the mat, lower back is in the mat, both legs are pushing out and back in, and lower back is in the mat, and we're using our core to move the legs, pulling them back in and again. And we'll do another 8, and another 7, and another 6, and 5 more, and then we're going to do a little tapping. 4 more, and 3 more, and 2 more, and 1 more. And then we're going to come back with our legs to tabletop and hands under the sacrum. We can run our legs, tap and tap and tap. Keep the lower legs nice and steady, kind of locked in place. Lower back is into the mat, and we are pushing the femurs to be able to tap our heels, and we are addressing lower abs. 12 o'clock spot is in the mat. Hands can come up to the sky, palms can face each other, and we'll do another 10 here. Scoop and scoop and scoop like you have a baby elephant sitting onto your belly. And we have another 6, and 5, and 4, and 3 more, and 2 more, and last one. Knees to chest. And from here we move on with our series of 5, and we conclude with series of 5 for today's Pilates Fusion. Take another breath, and then we have single knee stretches, double knee stretches, single leg stretches, double leg stretches, and then we have bicycle. and then we can meet again in our next session. For now, series of 5. Take the right knee to chest, left hand on the inside, right hand on the outside, and then we reverse on the second side. You can have head on block, or you can lift shoulder blades off. Double pulse, switch, double pulse, and switch. Double pulse, switch, double pulse, double pulse, double pulse, double pulse, double pulse, double pulse, and double pulse, double pulse. We'll do 2 more, and we'll do 1 more. And then we'll take both knees into chest and extend out. And circle the arms, hands by ankles. Extend, arms by ears, circle, hands by ankles. Inhale and exhale. Make yourself super small. And inhale and exhale. Lower back stays into the mat. And circle. And inhale and exhale. And 2 more. Exhale. And 1 more. And exhale. Single leg stretches. Right leg up. Double pulse. Switch. Double pulse. Switch. And switch. And switch. Nice, quick, and determined switch, where we can fire up our core. 12 o'clock spot is in the mat. And we'll do another 4. Double pulse, 3. Double pulse, 2. Double pulse, and 1. And hands under the sacrum or arms to the sky. And we drop and back up and drop and back up. Feet together, drop and back up and drop and back up and drop and back up. 2 more, and drop and up and drop and up. Bend your knees, take the block away, hands behind the head, and we bicycle our way towards the end of our session. We'll do another 10 here, and 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, and last 1, and knees to chest, hands under the knees, roll your way up, come to elephant pose, and palms down, feet down, arch your spine in. 1 more, hugging all the way in. Push your hands, your feet away, and then we'll step it back for down dog, where we get to stretch out, and the belly, and the back of the legs, and the feet, and the arms, and the shoulders. Come down onto your knees, bring your legs together, feet together. Sit down to a child's pose with your legs all the way together, and let everything seal into its right, new and whole place. 1 more breath. And slowly make your way up to tabletop and to a seat. And thank you so much for joining me for this Pilates Fusion that is layered with 30 other Pilates Fusions and 30 other yoga practices here on my YouTube channel, of course, with about 400 other sessions. So go and find something that you like and practice with me there. I thank you for being here and have a wonderful day. Thank you.